This is not the way I wanted to do this. As you know, I've been working on rebuilding my camping setup in the canopy. You saw that I tore everything out and I put insulation in. I thought I would be done with all of this weeks ago, but of course it's taking me much longer than I expected. It's just been an unusually busy month. In addition to working on this, I've also been working on the suspension upgrades on the truck, trying to get some videos edited together, and my day job work is extremely busy at the moment. So I just have had fewer hours than I expected to devote to this project. I wanted to wait until everything was done back here so I could show everything to you at once, explain what I did, my thought processes, and show you how I went about building it. But it's just turning out to be too complicated to cover some of the other content I need to show you guys in the meantime and not let you see what I'm doing here. So here we go. Now I'm not going to go into a lot of detail in this video. I'm just going to give you a quick look at my approach back here so that it makes sense when you see the truck in future videos. Over the course of this entire project, I've been filming what I've been doing, and I will put together a comprehensive video that takes you through everything, shows you the steps that I took, explains the decisions that I made and why I made them. So for now, I'm not going to answer a bunch of questions below about the little details because I will probably be answering the questions that you're going to have later on. So basically what I've done here is I have created a bump out on the back of the canopy in order to have a full 6-foot bed running down the side of the truck. So this is built out of aluminum. It's extremely lightweight. I did make it myself. It was way more complicated and way more time consuming than I expected. It was also more expensive than I expected. I could have done it for a lot less money using wood, but that would have weighed a lot more. Ultimately, I'm happy I went with the aluminum. Again, I will go through the whole process of building this in a future video, so I'm not going to go into detail now. As you can see, I basically deleted one door of the canopy to create a spot for this bump out. And it is extremely solid. It is mounted to the canopy all the way around, but there is also an underlying framework, which I will show you in the final video. In order to gain the extra foot of bed space, this does stick out from the back of the canopy 12 inches, but it only sticks out about 8 inches from the back of the rear bumper. If I was running a spare tire on a spare tire carrier, like many people do, that would be sticking out much further back here. So this really is not sticking out that much at all. And I will be mounting my Trasharoo garbage pack back here, and I do have some underlying framework prepared to support that. I do also have an exhaust fan that will be mounting up here. I haven't done it yet. And I did also build in framework to support that as well. So this big black box will have its lines getting broken up somewhat and won't look so monolithic once everything is done. Now, eliminating one of these doors has been a non-issue. Most of the time I went in and out of here with this door closed anyway. Most slide-in campers only have one little door to go in and out of. This door is plenty big. This is all a long ways from done, and I'm not going to dive into detail right now about all of the things that I'm doing in here. I will say I've camped in this a few times, even though it's incomplete, and this modification has utterly transformed the experience. Even though I've only added that really relatively small amount of volume going out that way, the space feels twice as big. It's just so much more comfortable and inviting to be in. Having this whole sort of hallway of floor space and a complete rectangular 6-foot bed, it's night and day from what I was doing before. And my cabinetry along here is also a long ways from being done. I've spent very little time on this so far. Everything in this rebuild is mostly built out of materials I already had, aside from the aluminum for the box, and I had to get a little bit of new plywood here. Almost all of the rest of it is repurposed. I did decide to go with sort of a hopper approach on this side, and I will have some storage spaces in there, and obviously I've got the jackery right there. Speaking of the jackery, I do have some good news for my friends up in Canada.
If you're in Canada and have been interested in picking up a Jackery power station but haven't been able to order one, Jackery has just launched a dedicated Canadian website. From the compact 240 up through the mighty 1500, as well as the Solar Saga 100 panels and solar generator packages, you can now easily order Jackery products directly in Canada. And right now, through the end of March 2022, you can use discount code JACKERYCA for 10% off your order. Jackery, bringing power outdoors to the Great White North.
And maybe you think this little bump out thing looks kind of silly on the truck. And I don't know, maybe it does, but you know what? I don't care. It has so utterly transformed my experience back here. I am so happy I did this. Oh, so much better. So much better. Anyway, so now if you catch a glimpse of this thing on Instagram or in one of the upcoming videos, you'll understand what it is. And rest assured, we'll be talking about it in great detail coming soon. Thanks for watching.